missed some practices. What was an injury that you had there?
It was just a minor little hamstring tweak, nothing serious or anything like that. So,
But otherwise, you come in tonight, you were feeling good. That first run was like for 15 yards. I think it was the longest one they had. What happened on that play, and then the one after that?
and then my first run, it was just, I think it was like a holding or something. Not exactly sure. I have to go back and watch the tape, but after that, like I said, just continue to trust my reads and trust the process. Coach Sherman always preaches, 4 yards a carry in the NFL is, typically really good. So, just keep trusting your process and your reads, and a big one to hit.
Yeah, talk about what you saw on the 39 on the touchdown play.
Just press it, get back underneath, and at that point, it's one-on-one with the safety. You got to make a miss. That's what they pay us for. So, did that, just bounced it back out, see Cliff come back, tried to get around him, and, after that, it's foot race.
What are your emotions after a game like this? Obviously, it wasn't a very good game for the team, but you took a step forward.
It's never really good to lose. In the NFL, I know it's hard to come by a win. For me, just kind of put my name out there, put my name on the board to show, I can play in the NFL, coming from FCS school. But at the end of the day, you always want to win. So.
What were the feelings for you pre-game coming into your first NFL game?
I didn't really have any jitter feelings or anything. I always come in with a good mindset and leave it up to God, play through Him, and go out there and just do what I do.
Can you take us to the moment where you knew I'm going to score? I'm going. At that moment, you thought what?
I know I kind of explained it like it was almost like a dream a little bit. I really did that, but once I got there, it's just like foot race. All that hard work, pay off right here, and just got to beat them to the pylon.
Do you look up at the board to see your picture?
Oh, yeah. The Lambeau Leap wasn't the best, but, it was a little tired, so, yeah.
Do you feel like this is a good step to get in the locker in this locker room?
Yeah, I feel like it's a good step to head it the right way or in the right direction. Obviously, my name might be called a little bit more, and, I just got to keep delivering and, allow them to feel like they can put me out there and trust me come 3 weeks now, when the active roster comes out.
What has it been like for you, working with these other running backs, learning from Josh, just what's it been like building those connections?
It's been very, I would say it's been a blessing. Just seeing, how NFL guys like Josh, Chris Brooks and all them guys, the amount of small detail that they pay attention to, being in a room with those guys, obviously pushes me. And, just watching how they run the rock. And, Josh has established himself as a great running back in this league. So, being behind a guy like that, obviously I feel like can help my game and, just pick his mind and, watch what he does and, kind of follow in his footsteps.